Hi everyone, Soul Super 17 here. Let me get first like usual, anonymous picture, not petty video. Alright, okay. So, if you guys wondering where I've been, well, a few ideas have been coming into my head. I've been trying to figure out some stories for it, how the story will go. Including a crossover, kinda. It's where I'd be focusing on two different characters, but I'll be focused on one character, but going to the other character every so often. It's gonna be another Devil May Cry characters, Virgil and Dante. So, yeah, they're gonna be two different. They're gonna be characters in different animes, but we're gonna be mostly focused on the My Hero Academia one. There won't be Naruto. I'm not gonna say who's gonna be there. I'll make a thumbnail, and you know, so. And basically, I don't know why. I just thought it'd be funny to make a yandere girlfriend. Like, what if Deku was emotionless and had a yandere for a girlfriend? Well, more like he will get one. You know the thing. Kind of figuring that one. Next is like reincarnate. What if Deku's reincarnation of Gilgamesh? And then what if Deku's reincarnation of Zuko with a twist? You know Zuko from anime. I mean, not anime, from Avatar. Yeah. Yeah. I just came up with a lot of stories. I know I may sound like upset or something. Don't worry, I'm not. I'm just tired, you can say. But I decided to make this video now because it's gonna be, I won't do it like later on. So yeah. Alright, so last time we left off. Oh, I did forget to mention, before we go on anymore, I'm gonna mention this right now. The leveling's gonna be not really much in this one. It's only probably like one time thing, and then it's just like no more for the whole entire video. And this video maybe just be like before the final one, or maybe the final one. Who knows? Because I do like this series. I want to get my Dragon Asta, Slayer out. And then my Son of Sparta Asta out. And I gotta do a Issei Spider-Man video. Someone asked for that. Then a Shadow the Hedgehog Gazuku one. and another. And then I gotta do a Power Ranger one. The Power Ranger one. Yeah. Alright. Let's just get on to this. So yeah, so last time we left off, we ended it basically at the guards being killed. They returned to Shadow, Shadow Ice Warriors for me, and basically the the king thinks his daughter may have been killed. So he basically sent out a search party. But what's happened? I mean, basically this is how the scene goes. He was like, Mel, my daughter. You know, basically just as basically he calls his guards as guards come and he goes like, find my daughter. She's been attacked by the bandits. And the shield was with her. Go. And basically that happens. So, meanwhile, I just tell Nafumi, we need to get out of here. Mel, come with us in the wagon. Nafumi, you lead the way. As he goes, right. So basically, we just gather up everything real quick and just get into the wagon and just ride off. After so long, I mean, we do get out of there like hours away. They get there, it's like already like nighttime. They see blood. They see the wagons are gone. They don't see the bodies. They don't know what the hell happened. They're like, tell the king. The bands may have her. We have to go and tell the king. And so, with the wagons, like, they're gonna follow the tracks. So they think. Well, actually, yeah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, so what's happening is while they just find no bodies and, try to look for any clues where to find if there's like any trail, we're basically getting into the forest. And, well, I basically stop the wagon and I say, "What's wrong with him?" He was like, "Well, first off, we gotta ditch the wagons. Second off, we gotta go everything on foot." I'm like, "Right. Alright then. Alright then, Albedo. Come on." She's like, "Right." So we, ditched the wagon and such. So when we all, are kind of walking, I basically get a notification. I have 3 hours to get to this location. And for some reason, it gives me a map. Where I am, it's basically I have to go to my right and follow that. I mean, not my right. I have to go to the left, basically, and follow that trail straight. I'm like, what the? And then it says it's not optional. I'm like, what? Okay, this is weird. I'm thinking to myself. So, Albedo notices and she goes like, "Soul, what's wrong?" I'm like, "I just got a notification." A what? She's like, my sword system's telling me. She's like, "Oh, what is it?" He's like, "I have 3 hours to get to this location, and it's not optional." I don't know why though. Uh, anyways, looks like I'm gonna be going on a different path than you guys for a while. Sorry. Nofumi looks and he says it's all right. Then I just look at Abia, go like, "Hey, do you have the little chest with you?" She nods. Like, "Good. Use any of the money in there if needed, okay?" She goes, "All right, all right. Just be safe." I'm like, "Yep, gotcha." And this, I just start running in that direction that I need to go to. So, no, right after I leave, Naofumi was like, "Wait, what's in the chest anyways?" She goes, "Supplies, gold, armor, weapons, you name it, we got it." And and everyone's like, "Huh?" Even Mel's like, how can you fit something in that small chest?" And Albia just looks at Mel like, "Easy, it's magic." She says with a straight face with a smile. And then everyone's like, "Okay." So, meanwhile, if you guys are gonna wonder what's gonna be happening with them, same thing in canon. I just don't remember any of those parts, so we're just kind of like, well, I do remember most of it. Just want to just say this, my basically will do the attack like normal, but the thing is, it's not going to be like she's gonna be doing the exact same thing, but with that big giant attack. The thing is, she'll basically wink at Naofumi, launch it sooner, and it hits the ground, causing a dust storm where Naofumi has enough time to then use the Ray Shield. So, yeah. Anyways. So, what will happen with me is, since I'm traveling in directions I'm following the map, it would be about 2 hours and 45 minutes, and I have arrived. Basically. I'm like, okay, so, here at the location. Why did I need to come? And then I just hear someone says, "Well, it took you longer than I thought. I thought you were going to be right on fashionably late." And it's, for some reason, it sounds like Dante, basically, from Devil May Cry. I'm like, "What the Dante?" He's like, and then all of a sudden he's like, "Yes and no. It's hard to tell, anyways. Besides, that is the question you need to ask yourself." I'm like, "Wait. Only when I know who taught like that is." You. And then our boy that basically is, well, from Final Fantasy 15, the main enemy of Noctis. Hold on. Aldrin! Sorry, I just had to go do something real quick. But yes, I'm like, what? You said I was gonna meet you soon, but this soon? It hasn't. Wait, has it been only a couple of days? And then Aldrin says, a day and a half, actually. But anyways, or should I say, you need something very badly, and the only way to get it is to increase your level. From what's gonna happen from your memories, it's, well, not gonna go the same as you think. Basically, since you alternate a little bit, that girl Mai, the one who betrayed Naofumi, will basically help him escape, the spear and the bow hero, as ironically that is. Gain some of his trust, but still will have the effect as in the anime. Well, what's in your head, that is. As I'm just like, you okay? You're speaking kind of awe. And he goes like, I'm quite alright. It's just, well, having a second person in your head doesn't really help out. I mean, what can you do? I'm like, yeah, I understand now. But what do you mean my level? And I was like, oh, well, there's a couple of things you need. One, that, it's hard to think about it, but a sword that basically weakens a blade or any strong material because vibrating the atoms, molecules, or I'm like, wait, are you talking about the Red Muramasa blade from Metal Gear Rising Revengeance? And he was like, yes, that game. What was the specific name of that sword, though? As I'm just like, hold up, let me Google this. As Aldrin's just like, really? Like, what? I gotta break the fourth wall sometimes. Or at least one time. And then he's like, in your own video? Hold on, guys. Alright, okay. So then Aldrin says, you done? They're like, yes. Why? He was like, well, by the time you got back from your Google session, this person appeared. As basically just a riff for the riff from Into Another Reality. I'm like, what the? Wait, who's walking through? And then all of a sudden, I just see Zuko Midoriya with, who's looking like Sun Jin Woo. And I'm like, wait, Solo Luffy and Zuko? Why are you here? He's like, ask you the question. When is the next part gonna come out? That freaking chapter's already out so far. When is the next one coming out? We're like, college, schoolwork. Hard to make what ifs when you keep having new ideas. It's like, come on, start reading it. It's like, just go back to your own world. It's like, just read already. The fans want to see the next part. I'm like, yeah, I think so. It's hard to tell anymore. I mean, I have to go back and look at the views and stuff, and then it's like, all of a sudden a dagger gets thrown at me. I just barely dodge. I'm like, gotcha. Work on it maybe for over her Thanksgiving break. It was good. Also, make the freaking Spider-Man Issei what if, so I won't really complain about that one. It's like, okay, fine, jeez. Don't throw the knives at me. As the knife just goes back to his hand and just goes away, I'm like, jeez, touchy, isn't he? It's like, you're the creator of all these what ifs. It's your own fault for making them. He's like, I'm sorry, my own brain makes them basically pop into my head. The idea just pops in, and I'm like, oh, I want to make this. This is really interesting. Before I forget the story. And it's like, I really complain while you're making a what if and talking to yourself in real life. I'm like, yes. Crazy, I know, whatever. Come on, let's go. As basically, Aldrin says, alright. So, you get back into the character, and then he goes, high frequency blade. And like, wait, what do you mean? I actually can use it, but it's like, as I just see the number, level 100. What the? Why do I have something from the Fate series? Don't, like, I mean, wait, is that Archer's twin blades? Those are freaking daggers, even though I consider them a weapon, like a sword. And then it's like, you know why. And it's just a symbol. I'm like, the symbol? Oh. I have to make my own chant, do I? Which Aldrin goes, ding, ding, ding. Anyways, I made something for you. 100 floors for 100 enemies of vast open worlds, basically, of all your memories of those weapons that you use them. And, well, you're gonna have fun in the first one. Hopefully you enjoy. I'll be on level 78. Good day. Oh, and Dante will be on level 99. Have fun. As basically the tower appears while the sky basically goes red and, well, the moon is basically somehow purple. I'm like, wow. This is very interesting. Alright. Just want to, stop the story. Not like, I'm going to continue the story, but I just want to say this. I'm sorry if no one thought that was a funny, thing I did. Breaking the fourth wall. But here's the thing. I'm going to make a Deadpool what if soon. A bazooka maybe. So I gotta break the fourth wall. I have to, just test it out, see what you guys will think. And I know I'm not complaining about how everyone is. It was just trying to make a little funny scene. I'm trying to put a little bit of humor. So please understand that. I'm not making fun of no one. It's actually making fun of myself. Not you guys making fun of. It's myself for not making these what ifs. Because you guys really love them so much, and I've been making new ones, and then I forget about them, and it's, I just don't. So, yeah. I basically just want to say it's not you guys, it's my fault, that I was making fun of, and I do feel bad, so, yeah. Anyways, enough of that. Let's just go on. So, basically, the first floor, as I enter it, it's a vast open field, basically. I'm like, wait, is this gonna be, legit me going through open worlds of 100 floors? And I have to try to find the exit? Let the adventure begin, then. And so, I go through the floor, and I find out it's from Berserk, and I basically start killing every single freaking thing that tries to come kill me. And it seems like I go for the whole entire anime Berserk, besides the whole entire ritual thing that happened. I never went through that. And, well, and only secondly from the games, actually. I was going through, I'm like, this wasn't the anime, it's just the game. Holy crap. Thank God. I think I would be dead even if it was the anime. And because I'm staring over the final boss of the game, I remember, seeing it. Anyways, the XP was only 16. Jeez. I guess this is why it's level. I mean, this isn't barely. They don't get me even halfway. I guess the more levels I go up, the higher the XP I'll gain. So, time skip over 3 days later, I've reached floor 40. Basically, the floor 40 is basically Final Fantasy. And for some reason, I am facing Sephiroth. And I'm just I don't use your weapon or skills, but why not? Because, I'll be mostly funny if you fell into despair. As the hair starts changing color, eyes change color, one wing pops out. And Sephiroth says, "Come at me. Let me show you the true power I hold, fake." And so an epic battle is made. As well, in the end though, basically just sword slash, basically kicks, throwing away, throw around, and just use Mako spells and a summon and me killing that, slashing that summon and basically using my own summon. That he was like, no, 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 no. Basically, not really that, but just pretend he's doing that. He's like, don't you dare! And then I basically use Meteor. Basically, his cosmic destruction, basically universal destruction move, where the meteor hits the sun and everything blows up, and it's just like a freaking illusion. Yeah, I killed him for that. And basically, I get over 1,200 XP, and I haven't even reached level freaking whatever my level was in the freaking last footage part. Jeez. I haven't even reached level freaking 63 yet. And I'm like, Jesus. Like, how much freaking fighting I have to do? I'm already level 40. I kill every monster I come across. What else do I have to do? Secret side quests? Oh dear God, please I don't have to go back to every floor. That'll be a nightmare. Ugh. So, I continue on going for the tower. Around floor 50, this is when the XP is starting to gain higher. And I mean higher, like 10,000 XP. 4,900 XP. I mean, not 49,000 XP. 10,000 XP, basically. And it's like, by the time I get to floor 72, well, I'm not gonna do my math, but just know I am above freaking level 75. I'm around 78, around freaking 70. Yeah, 78. And yeah, like I said, I don't feel like doing math, but I realize I'm gonna have to. Hold on. Okay, so I'm not gonna go through my stats, but let's just say everything's almost near 500. Alright, there are some stats that are actually 500 or above. Alright, so, as Aldrin's standing there right in front of me on a throne, he was like, so, you made it this far. Impressive. I mean, your stats seem to be higher than what it was. I am very impressed, young one. Not a king, but impressive indeed. Now, shall we dance? I'm like, yeah, but as then, the sword of Noctis appears, as basically I knows for some reason the whole entire mastery levels are, it seems like they're disappearing for some reason. I'm like, what the? And just like my regular skills, there's a lot of lists, but just know they're all passives. So it's endurance increase, intelligence, magical abilities, barriers, basically in toughness. How can I say this? Or it's more like KO denier. Basically, I won't die from a fatal wound right away. Basically, you can get back. It's just mostly, those little gimmicks. And I'm thinking, why is the system so... As basically then Inferno goes because partner, seems like the more you go up this tower, the more you're becoming, well, stronger to a point where the swords actually adapt into your strength. It's like, is it because of the level? You was like, no. The more, how can I say this? The more you go up, the stronger you become. Not with level, but in physical strength wise. The spirit, it seems like. It's like, huh. So, the more I don't give in and back down, the sword responds to my feelings and gives me more strength. Alright. I kinda like the sound of that. As I just look at Aldrin and I say like, let's do this. As basically, imagine Aldrin with Noctis fight. That's basically it. So yeah, and I even summoned out Infreak just to freaking finish him off, though. That's the difference. So, let's just skip forward, and basically, by the time I get to floor 99, I have reached level 98. If you're wondering, how did I get that big far of a jump? Because every monster increased on the floor. Like, pretend there was only 20 monsters on one floor. What happens is, like, the monsters increase by doubling. Like, 20 monsters on the floor, it became 60. Because another 20 is 40, but then 40 plus 2 is 60, so there's 60 monsters altogether on the floor. Yeah, that's what happens. So, like I said, I'm level 98. Now then, back to the math. Anyways, as basically, I see Dante from Devil May Cry there. I'm like, huh. So, I meet the famous demon hunter himself, Dante Sparta. It's a pleasure, Dante, to meet you finally. As Dante says, well, kid, I heard a lot from you, actually. It's more like everyone you ever faced in this tower seen what you can do. And, well, to be honest, quite surprising you able to focus on only one sword at a time. I mean, certain things you're able to do is should have been done with something else so easily. I mean, you're almost close to getting that high frequency blade of yours, but you've been neglecting the, well, Yamato. But it doesn't matter now since, well, it seems like mastery abilities are all the passives there for you now. So, anyways, let's get this party started. And, well, he does get this rebellion off his back into his hand. And, basically, I just see it, and I'm like, so, no famous line? And he just says, what, want me to say it? If you're anything like Virgil, I thought you were going to, I like it. Wait, don't I have your sword then into my, he was like, yeah, but you had to defeat me. So, as we get into a fighting stance, he goes, bring it on, kid. I'm like, I just like, alright then. As the sword changed into, Yamato. I'm like, let's see what you're made of, Dante. And so, a fight is basically kind of like the whole entire fight sequence from Devil May Cry 5, but instead of, I'm basically using the summoning daggers shooting at him, but also teleporting to him and kicking him to the side, then dash forward. Dante is basically keeping up with me because I don't use a sword that much, but still, he's very impressed. As well, all of a sudden, I just activate double trigger mode right in the middle of attack, in which he's like, oh shit! And, well, let's just say it was a unsheath and quick draw. And I slash forward, basically. It's like I slide forward, and he basically swung, he swung at me exactly the same time. And then, well, he falls onto his knee, and he's like, got me. And, well, I just basically go up to him, point my sword at him, like, what was that line you always said? I don't know. What? As in, I just have the sword, to my side, my left side of my head, and I'm like, jackpot. And then I slice his chest, basically. As well, like I forgot to mention, the monsters' bodies do disappear back into like data, kinda. Like what I mean by data is like they turn to particles. As for some reason, the only thing that's left is Dante's sword, the rebellion. As Yamato is still there, and I'm like, he was right. I would get it. And well, when I pick it up, all of a sudden I feel a surge of power, coming from me. Like, come from the sword, and then Yamato turns into rebellion. And I'm like, jeez. Both rebellion, Yamato. Nice. It'd be nice if I could have everything in ivory. I mean, if I was somehow daggers, then I can only use swords. 100th floor. Let's see who's the final boss. As I notice, I am level 102. I'm not gonna do the leveling stats. I'm not. Okay, I'm going to fudge 102. How time is that? Okay, I got a little bit of time. Okay, 102. So 10, 10. 9, 10. Okay, pausing it. Alright, so basically, while I'm walking up the stairs, I have a feeling this fight's gonna be a very difficult one, and I have no idea why. Okay, and meanwhile, everything's happened with Nafumi. Basically, he's basically with the Fiolio Queen right about now, and, and basically he keeps on getting the level up screens, and he's shocked by how far he's, gained along with Albedo. And since Mel has been part of the party, I don't think it would count though. She hasn't become officially part of the party, so I don't think she levels up. Anyways, so yeah, basically though, since I've been doing this leveling, I forgot to take them out of my party. So basically, they had a slight increase in power. And, well, they're already good for our next. Albia's already good for our next freaking class upgrade. And it's already. And basically, she can. Well, I think choose 2 classes as now than 1. And it's like, what the heck? Yeah, give me a minute, guys. Alright, back, guys. So, alright. So, yeah, that's what's happening with them. I mean, they just realize, holy cow, how far have we leveled up? As they look, and I'm still in the party. So they're like, he forgot to deactivate us from his party, and we forgot to deactivate him from our party. Oh my god. Now Boomy's just like, yes! I'm better than a spear hero! Take that, Motoyatsu! No offense, I do think in the anime he has a grudge against Motoyatsu. So, Sorry, I had to take a drink of iced tea. So, anyways. Yeah, so. Now the level. There's no more leveling. I'm at 102. This is not the level cap. It's just after this fight. I should give you gain levels, but I won't. So it is because I'm freaking tired. And plus, I mean, the best thing I'm gonna get at is you're gonna see. So as I'm walking up the stairs, I can just hear laughter coming from where at the top. And when I arrive, I just see it's a flat. Well, flat. There's like nothing on it. I'm like, what the? But there's only one person. Basically, I just see golden armor and spiky yellow hair. As then I see the man turn around and then he just goes, I'm surprised you made it this far, mongrel. I didn't expect you to even survive the first floor. But for you to get past Dante and get to me. Impressive. It takes a lot to impress me. I'm like, no, no way. Gilgamesh? The king of heroes? Why? He goes, the system called upon me for your ultimate test. And, well, seems like you're at the proper level to use that technique. I remember everything of who I was in the alternate timelines and how I was defeated. So use that technique that Shinra used to take off my right arm. I like it makes I think he means ultimate blade work. How the hell? Doesn't matter. He came from the system itself. As then he goes, and also, I'm like, huh? When is my story gonna come out? I'm like, seriously, you're breaking the fourth wall now? Way to take out the tension of this fight that's soon about to happen. He's like, doesn't matter. Seriously, when's it gonna come out? I'm like, probably next week. I mean, this week. I don't know. I mean, it's like 4 something in the morning where I am right now. It's almost 5 o'clock. Just shows I get the story done. Ugh. His Gilgamesh sighs are like, fine, you mongrel. You better make that story come out. I'm like, fine, whatever. Jeez. Again, sorry everyone. As I basically go back to the story, he goes, now then, mongrel, show me what you're made of. As all of a sudden the gates of Babylon open up as multiple blades are, peering out, out of the gates. As then I just like, oh shit! As I do just activate, well, I do all of a sudden, I just say, Thrice on! As I don't know why, but the sword on my back this armor, like, just disappeared, and all of a sudden the berserk sword comes into my hand. I just like use it to block the incoming blades. As after those like little barrage, I just have the berserk blade disappear. As in I said, bring out the gun sword, basically by saying again, Trace on. As then I just started, firing bullets at him while then dodging projectiles and such. As yes, I'm trying to hit the gates, and he goes, and I do hit a few. I did take out like 5. I was like 15. He goes, impressive, but not well enough. As well, all of a sudden, more gates are opening and they're starting to form or like near me, basically. He looks like he's about to make a dome shape. I'm like, crap! Shit. And I do then suddenly, use the technique, flashed up, and get in front of where the blades were about to hit, and then basically body flicker to the side, as basically I have Shinsui's blade. I'm like, okay, wait, does that mean I have the Sharingan now? wait, the Renegon and Sharingan. As I just have that activated, I'm like, oh god, it's gonna be fucking hilarious now. As Gilgamesh says, what are you saying to yourself, mongrel? It does not matter what you're gonna, come up with. I'll defeat you like I always defeat everyone. And I go like, what about Shinra? Didn't you beat him? He's like, don't mock me, you filthy maggot! As basically more pours up and up, as then I'm like, okay, please tell me this will work. Please tell me this work. As then the blades just start firing, and then I basically use the Renegon. Well, the Renaissance Sharingan's ability. I forgot to say I meant to say the Renaissance Sharingan and the Sharingan. As then basically I just basically have him teleport where I was. I teleport where he is. As he's like, wait, what the? As he does get hit by his own blades. And through the dust cloud, I'm like, please, tell me I won. As he goes, and he just starts laughing. He goes like, "You are very interesting indeed. Who knew I could have such a fun fight, and an annoying one? You are not just a normal mongrel. I give you that." As when the dust clears, I just see the chains protecting him. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. What's next? Enma? And, well, he says, oh, brilliant idea. I'm like, oh shit. As he's around Enma, I'm like, okay, what's a chant I could do? I can't say, I could probably say the bone of my sword. Frick it, why not? Just say what pops into my mind. As then, I basically stick out my hand as the blades of Archer, the yin and yang version, basically appear. I do not know what they're called, but basically they're the daggers that he uses most of the time. As then I just say, I am the bone of my sword. Through pain and misery, I walk down my path. No matter how painful it shall be, I've walked it to the end to find my light, to find what I hold dear to myself. As basically, he's like, Gilgamesh is like, got ready to end my out. He's like, what is he chanting? It does not matter. As then, after I basically said to my light, and then I just say this, because it is my ultimate blood works. Basically, summon it. Whole entire field changed. What it is like isn't just, it's not a field of just endless nothing or grass. For what it is basically a mashed up world that's broken apart. Islands everywhere. Swords implanted into the ground. And basically city towers, above us. Looks like there's even more swords. And he goes, as I say, Gilgamesh goes like, huh, impressive. So this is your ultimate blade works. I did not expect to see this many swords. And he basically, to be honest, I know a lot more swords than the system could actually put in, actually. I guess. Even some of my own designs. I mean, what I could think of. Not like I actually drew them. It's more like what I thought what a sword could look like. Just simple ideas. But anyways. Let's just finish this off, Gilgamesh. I'm tired. I want to rest. He's like, alright, mongrel. I'll, give you your death, basically your death to be quick. As then he charges up his Enma. Enna. I'm not looking up the name of it. I just remember it to be Enma, basically the sword, I think. And well, he pointed at me as I said, I remember I know all swords. Doesn't that make it yours too? And then all of a sudden, it peers into my hand through, well, comes out of nowhere, like, just swing, like, you know, spin into my hand. As this just starts charging up, he was like, "You dare to copy my weapon? It's a fake compared to mine!" I just, like, point at it, like, "Let's see if it is." As I just then, like, well, I mean, point it at him, not it, but I point it at him. As I basically, put it to my side, like I'm about to swing. As he just says, "Die, mongrel!" He says the name of the attack. I just swing it, saying exactly the same name of the attack. But I also then just start, have all the blades that are nearby go towards him. As the blade, as basically both the beam and the slash clash, he does not realize these other swords are coming near. His armor is already broken, so that means, I mean, not armor broken, because I did say the chains guard it. As basically then the armor is being broken apart by these blades, as it does it basically cancels out each other. As then all of a sudden, I bring out the sword. Well, have you ever seen Rave? Basically, there's a sword that basically changes. It's just like a normal like sword, but then you put like this little cross necklace piece into it, and then it changes into like something to explode, and then it gets its different forms. There's one with wind basically, where it can make like slashes of wind or give you extra speed. As it just changes it, I just have the sword summoned to that, as I just basically blitz forward. As in, all of a sudden, I just summoned out archers' daggers that just turn to swords. I'm like, so this is why they basically I'm able to summon these. As Gilgamesh was like, "It looks like you win, you mongrel. I accept my defeat. Finish it." I'm like, going down for grace. That's prideful of you. As, I do then make an X cross basically onto his chest, finishing the fight. So after that, well, everything goes back to normal as Gilgamesh is starting to disappear, and he was like, "I, the king of heroes, was defeated by you. By doing so, you passed this trial. Now then, go, hero." And I just tell him, I'm no hero. I'm just a sidekick. The sidekick to the story. It's like, you change the story by being here. You change the world around you. Because you weren't supposed to be here. So, you are a character to your own story. You are a hero. No matter what. Good luck. As he just disappears. But then he says mongrel at the end and gone. As I'm like, hero. Doesn't matter. I'm not. As then I just see title achieved. Hero. Like, title achieved. Hero. I'm like, great. And then the tower starts collapsing. I'm like, what the? Crap. I just start running and jump. And I'm like, Drake! Oh, Drake. I just say as then basically the dragon appears. As I just start flying on the dragon. I'm like, whew. As basically the tower's going back. I mean, the sky is going back to normal, and now it's actual sun. I'm like, wait, it's been wait, how long has it been? As basically then, all of a sudden, hold on. Alright, sorry, I had to turn my fan on. Basically, my dad got up. So basically, Inferno says you've been in there for a couple of days to maybe a week. Time flowed differently in those rooms, remember, partner? It's like, yeah, that's true. I just gotta find out Fumi. There has to be a way. Wait. One of the skills... Maybe... Search? As the sword on my back appears, and, well... Map appears again, and I'm like, what the? I got a map now. It says, basically, party here, you here, and I see, like, it's very far away. Basically, it's just, like, with the freaking... With, like, they actually are facing Moteatsu. As it comes like, Drake, go in that direction, as I pointed to it. As, it just, Drake roars and it just flies off. As, well, when I get there, after 50 minutes, all of a sudden I see a dome. I'm like, the priest. I'm like, alright, Drake, I got this. Thanks for the ride. As, it just nods as I jump off as I go back to my shadow. I take out the sword, and I'm saying, like, time to make an entrance! As all of a sudden, I have soul edge! As it turns into the katana, and then it just changes into a big giant sword, as I just basically just slam right into the actual dome of light, as everyone just see me coming through. As I'm spinning and I land basically perfectly fine with soul edge in my hand. And I'm like, sorry I'm late for the party. As enough for me. And, Beetle just smiling. Ratalia and, Philo and, well, Mel are in shock. As Fumi says, nah, you're right on time. And, well, I'm sorry guys, but this is where I'm going to stop. The next part of What If probably be the last part. And until I watch season 2. If not, if I don't watch season 2, this won't come out. So, season 2 won't come out. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye.